Welcome to Rick's Corner. Today I want to talk about a subject called passion. And I'm not talking about the romantic side of passion. That's a whole other thing that we can bring up someday. But the reason I bring this up is because in life we do things that we do because we work at it, or we do things because we're passionate about it. When you're passionate about something, it's not for the money. It's because you love what you do. And I've had so many people write to me about bodybuilding and wrestling that want to become pro wrestlers. They want to be pro bodybuilders. They want to do all this stuff, which is wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. But they need to have the passion to do it. For example, let's talk about pro wrestling. I get emails from people that say, I want to be a WWE superstar. I know I can do it. I have my entry music down, and I know my finishing move. Okay, then what? Where do you go from there? You need to learn how to do it. You need to learn how to wrestle. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, and you don't make any money for the first 5 to 10 years. You do it as a labor of love with the injuries and all. So you've got to be passionate about it, otherwise it's no fun. If it hurts and you complain, you don't want to be there, you're not passionate. With bodybuilding, it's the same thing. I spent years along with my friends in the gym training every day through injuries, and I don't keep in mind I was wrestling at night too, so I had the passion to be in the ring. Every time there's a wrestling match, there's some sort of injury. You're going to have something strained, some joint, whatever. You're flying around for 15 minutes, it's like a car accident. You're going to have an injury. So because of that, it hinders your training. But if you train because you love it, it doesn't hold you back. You're passionate about it. It's your passion, and it stays with you forever. I started at 16. I'm 71 now. I go to the gym every day like clockwork. Why? Because I love it. I'm passionate about it. Yes, I have injuries. Yes, I have pain. Like most of you guys, I know you have sore elbows, sore knees, shoulders, back. This is part of what we do, and it's part of our body, and we still go through it because we're passionate. There are those people who don't have the passion, and they'll stay home because they have a sniffle, or they have a stomach ache, or their finger hurts, or whatever. They'll never get ahead because of that. So you have to look at yourself and say, are you passionate about something? Now let's talk about jobs, because I was at a party the other night, and I talked to this guy who, very nice man, who knew a lot about cars. He knew a lot about collectible baseball cards, movie posters, memorabilia, comic books, which I knew quite a bit about all of them, actually. We were talking, and he happened to hear that I had wrestled and that I trained with the guys at the Golden Era in bodybuilding, and he worked out a little bit, and so his eyes just lit up when he found out who I was, and he wanted to talk about it. Now, I wouldn't have brought it up, but he did, and my girlfriend was right behind me showing him all my photos. And he said, it's wonderful that you've lived your life and lived out your dream because you were passionate about it. I said, it's true. I've done everything in my life I've ever wanted to do. I've accomplished probably 20 things that I loved, that I was passionate about. And I didn't do them for the money. I didn't do bodybuilding, I didn't do wrestling, I didn't do any of this stuff for the money. I did it because I absolutely loved it, and nothing stood in the way of it. It was just the way it was. We have jobs that we take, we don't want, we don't like, but we do it because we have to pay the bills. In the back of your mind, when you do these jobs, have a goal, have a future ahead. Look down the road. Where do you see yourself a year from now? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years? You know, this goes by really fast. When I was 35 and I was in the gym training, I took a look around. I met a guy that was 40. I said, man, you're old. And I thought, I'll be there in 5 years. And now that's many years behind me. It went so fast, it was like a speeding train. And I know for younger guys, you think it's going to last forever, and it doesn't. My mom lived till 97. She had a pretty fulfilled life, but looking back in retrospect, her life went by like a bullet. She told me it was just here and there and done. That's it. So you've got to do what you want to do. You've got to do the passion that you enjoy. If you're working at a job, keep in mind you've got something else you want to do. Pursue that on the side. Give it your all. Be passionate about it. Go for it, no matter what it takes. Don't think about the money of it. Think about the love of what you're doing. One day, it'll come about and you'll be able to do it. And you'll be able to quit your job and say, you know what, I'm doing this full time. I've seen this happen to a lot of people. They work at something and they build up a business behind them with something else they want to do, and the next thing I know, they're doing it and they're happy about it. One of the wrestlers came to me from WWE years ago, 6, 7 years ago, driving a cab, had no money, wanted to train with me. I let him come in. I didn't charge him for a lot of the workouts because I knew he couldn't afford it. He recently, in the past year, became the WWE champion, making several dollars a year, big time. Because he was passionate. He went through the ups and the downs and the aches and the pains and sleeping in cars, whatever it took to pursue his dream, working at jobs part-time, and then he reached it. So now he's reached his goal. And you all can do the same thing. Now, if you want to bodybuild, you want to be a pro, It takes a long time to get there. There's no shortcuts. Yeah, taking drugs, taking growth hormone, taking insulin, they all help to some bit, but you got to put the work in. You got to train hard. You just don't lay around and go to the gym and walk out. It's not always about going heavy. It's not always about impressing your friends. Look how many reps I can do for traps with like 600 pounds, and I do one rep. It's not even a good rep. It's about putting your time in and focusing and making your workouts count. And it's 80% what you do in the kitchen. When you're preparing your foods and when you're eating, this is where your goal comes in. This is where you're going to get your gains. And I talked to a friend of mine today. He's a great guy. He works out. He says the eating's the hardest part. I was talking to a girl in the gym. The eating's the hardest part. She told me that she's been watching her eating 6-7 times a day. She's lost like 30 pounds. Trains with a very good trainer in my gym. She missed 2 meals one day. She put 5 pounds of water on, just missing 2 meals. So basically what she was saying was you have to eat all the time to keep the metabolism burning to burn the fat. And this is her passion. She's totally passionate about it. And she's totally passionate about her diet. And this is what it takes to become a champion. So take a look at yourself and take a look at what you want to do with your life. And remember, the gym is a stepping stone to what you want to achieve, and I'll tell you why that is. It takes discipline, and discipline is very important in life because you have to discipline yourself to train, discipline yourself to eat, take your supplements, and do everything by the numbers so that you can achieve your goal. You take the same discipline and apply it to other things in your life, you'll achieve what you want to do. Have a format, make a list, have priorities. That today I want to accomplish this, tomorrow I want to accomplish this, next week I want to accomplish this, and see where you are a year from now. And you meet those accomplishments. I make a little checklist with little circles. I check out every day things I need to get done to move forward. Even with this show, built a new studio, got new lighting, got new cameras, because I want to go forward. Why? It didn't make me any money, but I'm passionate about it, and I like it. So this is what you have to do to get ahead, and you will. But really take a look and realize this. It's not how much weight you can lift. It's not who you're trying to impress in the gym. It's trying to be the better you, and the better you will get ahead. Now, one more thing I want to say as far as discipline and passion. Take a look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Came here in 1968, 69. Had no money. Joe Weider brought him here, gave him $1,000 a month. He put him in the magazines. Arnold had courses of workouts and booklets when you could order on the mail when you did mail order. He had a P.O. box in Santa Monica. Orders would come in, he'd fill them, send them out. Then they made a t-shirt, an Arnold t-shirt, sold that, started making a little bit more money. His passion was to be the best bodybuilder he could ever be, and best in the world. Mr. Olympia, 6-7 times? Come on, that's unheard of. Today there are guys that do that as well. But back in 69 through 75, 76, he accomplished his goal, and that was to be the best bodybuilder in the world. Still is today, but my standards, he has one of the best bodies. He took that passion, he went into movies. Was he the greatest actor? No, but he was the biggest box office. He drew biggest box office numbers. From that point on, his passion carried him that he could write his own ticket and do any movie he wanted to do or turn down any movie he wanted to do because his passion carried him through. Once he made superstar as far as an actor and a bodybuilder, he went into politics. He married one of the Kennedys. How hard is that to do, to marry a Kennedy in politics? From a foreign country, you become a citizen, you're a bodybuilder and an actor, and you marry a Kennedy. All right, that was his goal. From that goal, he decided to run for office and became a governor of California. 3 major things in his life, from bodybuilding to acting to governorship. One man did this, and he wasn't even a citizen of the United States when he came here, because he had the passion and he had the discipline to see it through and make it work. And even to this day now, he's taking over The Apprentice on TV. They got rid of what's his face, and they put Arnold in there. So it just keeps going because he has the passion, the commitment, the desire, and the discipline. And this is what you have to do for yourself. Take a look around. It's not about weekends getting drunk. It's not about eating crap all the time. It's not about missing workouts. It's not about training so heavy you can't do the weight properly. It's about putting everything in perspective and doing things better for yourself. And I hope I relayed this message pretty well because it's important for me, for you younger guys, because you're our future, to achieve what you want to achieve. I've already done it. I'm there. I'm going to keep going ahead. I have nothing to prove, but I want to pass this on to you guys. So that's mine for today. Stay tuned for more Rick's Corner. I have Andreas coming up this week. I Doug Nolly again. I've got people coming. I believe that I've got more next week. Tony Pearson's coming back, I think the middle of the month. And this is where we'll be on Rick's Corner. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.
It's rickdrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.